Welcome one, welcome all to the Funhouse. I am Uncle Salty. This is episode 26, and it's playtime. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Masterverse Mek. I've already unboxed the figure because there are so many accessories and so much to unpack that I wanted to get that portion out of the way. We'll start with the box. This figure has 30 points of articulation, as do all of the figures so far in this line. It has a small window on the front of the box to show off the figure, but it's made up for yet again with another magnificent painting. We can see Clawful in the background, and as we turn the box around to the side, you can see the Road Ripper. I know they call it the Ground Ripper for some reason now, but it will always be the Road Ripper. And this is the International Blue Road Ripper. The toy we all had in America back in the 1980s was green. Turn the box to the back, and you can see Mek is so tall, we've got to pull the box back a little bit to get the full figure in the screen. It's the figure transposed in front of a painting, and along the side we have 3 panels. Now this top panel up here shows that Mek's weapon, club weapon, is not just a weapon, but it's also a periscope. I never knew that as a child. Along the bottom of the box, you have the cross cell for the 4 figures in this specific wave, and a nice little blurb about Mek. Mek, heroic human periscope. Captain of King Randor's submarine squadron, Mek searches for the broken pieces of Grayskull in the darkest depths of the ocean, hoping to restore New Eternia to its former glory. Now we'll take a look at the figure itself, and there is Mek. Take a tape measure to see how tall this figure is to start. Mek stands at 7 inches tall. We'll bring in another figure to get an idea of the size of the figure and the height. We'll stand them back to back. This figure is from the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Stand them back to back, and that's what they look like there. And now we'll stand them side by side. And Mek stood at 7 inches tall. This figure stands at 7 1/4 inches tall. Now we'll take a look at the articulation of this figure. Head rotates from side to side, moves up and down. His arms rotate 360 degrees, and I can already tell this is an extremely tight figure. Movement at the shoulder. He has rotation at the bicep. Movement at the elbow, and rotation at the wrists. And so far, as I said, every joint on this figure is extremely tight. He has an ab crunch, but you have to remove his chest armor to do that. Rotation at the waist. He's got movement at the thighs. Wow, and you hear that snap. Double jointed at the knees. This is crazy how tight this figure is. Swivel at the boot cut. Ankles rock up and down and swivel side to side. And this is an extremely tight figure, which is not a bad thing. It's definitely good, but wow. Super tight. Now let's take a look at the overall figure and the detail on it. This figure looks extremely similar to the 1980s Mek that I had when I was a child. What originally got me as a child was the bright colors on Mek, the red and the blue, the yellow and the green. Now this figure, the colors are not as bright. They're toned down a shade or two, but still very, very nice. I like the marbleized metallic blue bodysuit that he has. I also like the gray boots with the silver wrapping around them. That really pops, shows off the figure. Another great thing that they did was they put the vac metal on the eyes, just like they did in the 1980s figure. Now let's take a look at the accessories that come with Mek. There is his club weapon, which is also a periscope apparently. Maybe that's why it's hollow on the inside. He comes with 2 interchangeable hands, an open hand and a closed fist. And I guess this is the one New Eternia addition to this figure. Comes with a shield with the Road Ripper on the front of it. Now you can see there's a hole on his arm there, and you can pop the shield in just like that. And when he's not doing battle, there's a hole on his body armor, and you can pop that in on the back like such. And now we come to the point where everyone was waiting for this. This is what makes Mek so unique. It comes with 5 interchangeable neck extensions. As you can see, they're all detailed quite nicely. They're all the same exact piece, but they're all detailed nicely, and each of them can be removed, so you don't have to have all 5 of them on Mek at once. And all you've got to do is remove the head, which is on a ball joint. And then you can take the neck extensions, pop them on the ball joint like that. And since they're on a ball joint, you can see that each piece is articulated. So for the very first time, we have a Mek with not just an extendable neck, but also an articulated extended neck. And then you pop the head on the ball joint at the top. And Mek is so tall that he doesn't even show up in the screen anymore. Let's straighten out the neck real quick as best as possible. And we'll bring in the tape measure again. And Mek stands at over 11 inches tall now. That's pretty crazy. Back him up a little bit, and as you can see, with the articulated neck, you can get him in the screen completely. Let me see how far back I can pull him, just so you can get an idea. There's over 11 inches tall Mek. I really dig this figure. Very cool, very cool. Tell me what you think about Mek in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the show. I've got to tell you, my new girlfriend is a terrible cook. Last night, she made alphabet soup, and her kid spelled the word help.